Hey everyone, how's it going today? Lamoura here, and welcome back to yet another episode of Final Fantasy XIV Online. We have to fight Leviathan today. Before we do that, let's just make sure we do our normal things because we didn't do them last time, but it's okay. I'm not too concerned about it. Let's eat our boiled eggs here. I'm not sure how long all this will take, so we'll just eat the two and get done with it, and then we'll summon a new minion. Of course, we're going into a trial, so he won't even be there, but we got a little crystal crab. Interesting. Lord of the Whorl. Eleazar, I forgot how to pronounce it, stands ready to send you off to your encounter with the Lord of the Whorl. Let's see, we get 4 silver pieces off of this. Holy Lance, that actually looks pretty cool. I just kind of want to see it. Aw, dude, it looks so sick. What? Dude, look at that thing. Alright, what did the axe and everything look like? Bro, these weapons look sick as frick. These are some claws for the pugilist. I guess those are kind of cool. And then a giant blade. That's actually pretty cool. It actually reminds me of one of the keyblades. I can't tell you which one, but I think it's like the magic one. Kind of has that like that curve to it. Anyways, regardless of the point, we'll be taking the silver pieces. Ah, I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the Whorl Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She's been fitted with what our friends at Nald and Vilnshire are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It is expecting that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Y'shtola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it, having seen you fight in Sapspa. Sapsa. I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Y'shtola, if you would join the 3rd levy, and Lady Yugiri the 5th. What words have I for the woman who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of mine own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Nia. May the crystal bless you and keep you. Alright, well with that, our quest is accepted, and the duty finder has been updated with a new regular duty, the Whorl Eater. Hard. That's right, there is only, well, at least for now, this version is the hard version, it's not a normal, so just be prepared that you know your class pretty well. It is a fairly easy one to get through nowadays, but still, if you're not prepared for some of the mechanics, it can be a little tricky. Alright, let's see, let's select a duty first. Alright, looks like we're going to have to wait not too long. There's already 2 DPS who are queued in as well, so that's not too bad. Okay, so unfortunately we wiped here, so we have to do this again, but that's okay. I'm just kind of explaining some things here in the chat. Hopefully everyone kind of understands that. So I put down these markers because everyone was splitting up their attack force here and attacking whatever they want, so we weren't burning down the spheres fast enough, so this elemental conversion was going down too far. So then I also explained, because last time people weren't getting it, physical DPS needs to attack the tail, and magical DPS needs to... Let's just do a ready check. So we'll explain this a little bit more as we go. Let's just make sure everyone's ready. Okay, everyone's ready. So we'll go through. Let's just get a Adoloquium here, make sure everyone is happy. So this first part of the fight, you'll just attack like normal, right? But about 90% here, he'll go down, and he'll do like a little belly flop. It's not a big mechanic, don't worry about it too much. It barely causes any damage here. But after, what he'll do is instead of being here, he'll actually split up. So his head will be on this side, and his tail will be over where the B is. Physical DPS needs to attack the tail, otherwise it will reflect the damage back and kill them. And magical DPS needs to attack the head, otherwise it will reflect the damage back and kill them. So we'll also attack a sucker here, or get a sucker. You also kind of want to get these guys down. These wave spines, what they'll do is cast fear on some of the random party members or whatever. And fear is just annoying. It causes you to, unfortunately, just run around like an idiot. So you would just want to prevent that from happening, so you don't run into any mechanics or things that you don't want to. So we'll get another sucker here, because what should happen next is he should summon some spheres going on. So once those spheres start getting summoned here, once it gets low enough, we'll all attack those, hopefully in order, like we had mentioned before. Let's get another sucker out for the group here. I'm just going to do that, just so no one dies. So what he's actually doing now is going to do a line attack on everyone that's going through. So this is one mechanic he has. You just kind of have to pay attention to where the Whorl is. He'll do another little slam here, which is okay. Alright, and now his head and his tail have switched sides. Again, hopefully everyone has paid attention to what has happened there. So we'll keep on burning him down just a little bit more. Did I not get the sucker out? Alright, so now we need to fight these things. Alright, so everyone's kind of going over at once. That's good. So we need to get these things down before they cause too much damage. Alright, alright. Well, we didn't follow the order, but it's okay. We should still be able to get it. So now that everyone's kind of focusing on it, we should be good about here. Alright, so now someone needs to activate the converter here. So Leviathan should do his ultimate attack now that we have enough, hopefully, power in there. Hopefully we'll survive. There we go. So we're hoping that we survive this tidal wave. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, and now it's just a simple burn. So wherever he comes up from is where we get him. Where is it? There he is. Okay. And from here, the fight's pretty much over. I don't think he has anything wild that we need to pay attention to here, so we should be all good. I'm actually just going to pull this off because we don't need it anymore. Hello, can these go away, please? I guess not. So he'll do like another title. It's not really a big deal. You don't need to worry about that. We'll just make sure everyone stays alive at this point, and we'll pretty much call it good, guys. That's the Leviathan fight for you. It can be a little tricky, and we did definitely encounter experience where we wiped the first time. Like I said, it happens because if people don't understand their roles in the fight, it can be a little tricky, but it's nothing really to worry about too much. So I think this Wave Tooth is the one that I was talking about that will cast Fear, so we want to get rid of him, actually. So I'm actually going to put a 1 on there. Hopefully someone else will realize and go for that. We just want to get out of that, because that's the Fear pool. And there we go. That's Leviathan. Okay, I'm going to give my player commendation to, I don't remember who it was. I think it was this one, but it is what it is. Alright, and with that, where's my exit? We'll exit out, and we'll watch everything that needs to be done after that. It's a fun fight. I like it. Oh, everyone just left me here? Rude. They did not expect me to dock back over at this spot? They didn't even have the audacity to give me a lift? Super duper rude. Alright, let's, I'm facing the wrong way. Let's run back over to the deck that we need to go to. Command room or whatever it's called. As many times as I've been up here, I never remember the name of it. I think it's the command deck. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, he has more. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it would be best to refrain from making conversation during your past visits, but today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, madame, and on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink. A wink, command room. Hey, it's nice that, you know, he gave some words of encouragement and recognized our grandeur. I love it. I love stuff like that.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
And with that, we are going to take our silver pieces. What was this? Durable as drought, or just as way rich your equipment undergoes wear. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I never realized I'd had that. I'll never use it, to be honest with you. But we are not quite done yet. There are still a few more things to do before we end this patch. Ooh, you get a new book though. Oh, dude, it's got that mean-looking face on it. Oh, and it blinks. Oh, dude, you know your boy wants that. What do the other ones look like? Is that the Thaumaturge one? That actually looks pretty cool. What about the White Mage, the Omni Rod? Oh, dude, it's ugly as all living sin. But it looks around, and it blinks and everything. That's actually pretty cool. I really do want the Omnitome, so we'll accept this and make sure that we get the Omnitome. The Admiral has informed me of your arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yugiri. To the south stands the gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Hurrian man there, and present the letter to him. He serves as gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Lomensian society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far in their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here is the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, this was actually the patch when the ninja class was introduced into the game, being Lady Yugiri being the main instigator to opening the class. Now, I don't know if it was available at the very beginning of this patch, or if you had to get to this point and introduce Lady Yugiri only to learn it later. Obviously, where we are at patch 5.3, you know, much later in the game's life cycle, it was available to me pretty much from the beginning. I think it's level 10 is when you can first unlock the ninja class, but pretty much from the first time I was able to get it with no problem. So, yeah. Alright, there's our inconspicuous man. Got business with me, Venture? Yes, I do, but I think you should read this first. So, you're the woman the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred, too. Been a while since I saw his shit-eating grin. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he got his hands full. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner that Mirweb says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I am Yugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I first learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. My beers, my people, and I keep to the shadows, but we got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply for business, and we remain unseen. It's simply better for business. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of the shadows. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then, what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you come with us, Yugiri of Do What's It, we can get acquainted in more private surrounds. Huh, that didn't come out right, did it? Lady Nia, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Alright, with that done, let's make sure we get the Omnitone. I'll make sure I put that as a glamour, because I definitely want it. It's so grotesque and ugly, I can't help but fall in love with it. And actually, Yugiri's the one we need to go to. And I guess this one activates the ends of the patch 2.2. So let's just get prepared for that. Rogue Arm, Scholar Arm. Ooh. Okay, let's make sure we get that one as well. So it's very similar, but a little bit different. Okay, and there's some silver pieces on the line as well. Through the Maelstrom, Yugiri has an air of a woman bursting with gratitude. Much and more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When you next meet Lady Menphelia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, warrior of light. Alright, and it looks like we just need to go talk to Menphelia now in the Rising Stones. So let's port over there and give the words that Lady Yagiri would not be able to pass along.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord. But these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
And with that, my friends, we are now officially done with Through the Maelstrom, patch 2.2. And we are going to be working our way through 2.3. Don't you worry. We'll be picking it up tomorrow. No delays at all. We still have a few more patches to go through. We still have a few trials and dungeons to go through. So we still got more. Don't you worry. We're not done with Final Fantasy XIV just yet. Alright guys, I will see you all later. I know this episode's timing is a little off for normal, but you know, with the wipe and then the trial and then all the cutscenes, it's a little hard to manage. But either way, I hope you enjoyed it regardless, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out, and much love to you.